Original sound boy from the sound yard. Afropriest of Africa. You're now watching Factory 78. Boom. It's the Afropriest. I'm a banta, I'm a baloof, I'm a tototoloof on Factory 78.
If you dey find me, I dey for London.
My morning routine, the first thing a lot of people might not believe this, is I rehearse every morning. I listen to my music, what I'm working on, what I've worked on before. I write. The morning is when my brain is fresh, so I write music every morning. And I've been doing that for well over 20 years right now.
I no lost, oh, I dey for London. I dey for London. EEGUN London.
The Greatest Storyteller Alive was that I realized that a lot of people in Afrobeat is a lot of fun music, and though as Africans we have other things apart from fun and party happening in our lives. So I want to start focusing on telling different kind of stories, things that happen to us day to day in our life and what we experience. So the Greatest Storyteller Alive is the first of a series. I've got another series coming up. I've got a book about it. I'm writing a book about the Greatest Storyteller. All the tracks there, if you see the artwork, I label them chapters. So each chapter is a story. I'm working on the book now. I've not finished it yet, so I'm going to release the book, and I hope to release a deluxe version of the EP with more new tracks at some point on vinyl.
Okay, oh really?
Yeah.
I need one, as you can see.
Yeah, I'll get you one, DJ Vinyl.
Even if I
I'll get you
buy
one.
it, I'll buy it.
No problem, I'll get you one vinyl.
EEGUN London. I dey for London. EEGUN London. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Agbara. Agbara is a song actually like during the election in Nigeria, I was always posting just things on my Facebook and social media just to enlighten the people and educate them on their mind. Then my friend was very uncomfortable with a lot of things I was doing because I was speaking the truth. So he was always telling me, EEGUN, you need to calm down with this truth. You need to relax and all that. So it kind of like inspired me to really write about that song. Like I wish I had that power to make a change.
Okay, Mama Philo, who's Mama Philo?
Mama Philo is a made-up story. I see a lot of women here in London, single mothers looking after their kids, doing a lot, going through different things, raising their kids by themselves. So I feel the pain. So that was what inspired me to write Mama Philo, kind of like to encourage women that are living by themselves, looking after their kids, because they're doing a great job leading leaders out of, raising the leaders of tomorrow.
Here in the UK or
all around the world, man. Single mothers are going through a lot. It's really hard being by yourself, looking after the kids, making sure they have food, making sure they've got a place to sleep. So Mama Philo is dedicated to the hardworking women all around the world to not give. And I understand people don't understand that there's two sides to love. For women to change to a person, something must have happened that have triggered that change, and that's what really happens. That's what that story is about.
What's imagination? What are you thinking?
Imagination is a big one because creativity starts from imagination, and imagination can lead you to anywhere. If you're a writer, you're a film producer, you're a director, you need imagination. And kids, you should teach kids about imagination. I believe with the right people, the right kind of mindset and imagination, we can make Africa a great place. So never stop imagining, use your brain, do anything you want to do, be anything you want to be. That's what imagination is all about.
And
Abele Jayon is a different story. It's about
does that have an English title?
like a griller.
Oh, so
yeah, a fish griller. Abele Jayon, you know,
like
a fish griller. Abele Jayon is that guy that was taught to look after a fish for someone, but he ended up eating all the fish. Yeah, so he can relate to anything. But I painted it in a different story. I got a video for that coming out very soon as well.
And the last one,
Ayami. Ayami is when I was young, back in Nigeria, I used to watch this program called Feyi Kogbon.
Oh, that's my joint.
Yeah, so there was this song they used to sing that Eba wa Ayami, ara mi gbe kan. So that Ayami idea came from that phrase I used to hear in that song. Yeah, and again, I didn't say this as well. In Agbara, I used I used something from a phrase from one of Ras Eegun's earlier song. Jọ̀wọ́, jọ̀wọ́, yeah, but my baba jọ̀wọ́, fún mi lágbára. Timbalagba, timbalagba, timbalagbara, oh, timbalagbara. Yeah.
Okay, and your name used to be.
I started music when I was back home in Nigeria. I used to be known as Kuron, then King Kuron.
You're going to get to that.
Yeah.
What makes you change your name to EEGUN, and the purpose of changing?
When I was in London, yeah, I was in the band Bronze Head. So I realized that I wanted something more authentic, more African, and for me, music is very spiritual. So Eegun means spirit, though there's an EEGUN, but Eegun really means what is spirit. So I want my music to be
Okay,
on
the
that
difference
nature.
between EEGUN and EEGUN.
Egungun is Egungun. It's the same, but that's the
Yeah.
short, like an abbreviation of pronouncing it. Yeah.
No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe ń bí. Wòs, wo bí, London ló ń pè bí. No time to slack, owó ló ń pa ń bí. Inna the city, roadman dey.
Reggae and Afrobeat. Reggae, Afrobeat, and hip hop.
You mean Afrobeats of now?
No, Afrobeat, the Fela Kuti Afrobeat. I used to be in an Afrobeat band here in London, and that kind of like changed my music. Yeah, that kind of changed my music in totality. I was around a lot of live instruments, and I understood that there's a lot of depth in music, and you can take it to different level with that kind of sound.
Party, every day them party, like the way top and pass it. Wòs, wo bí.
When I was very young, when I was in primary school, there was this program they used to do in Nigeria called NIFEST, where each school would do like a program that would be shown all around the country from different secondary schools. So my school, Mainland Preparatory Primary School in Bankole, Mosurule, was doing something for Lagos State and used it for Nigeria then. So they asked who was going to sing a song or be a musician. You say it in French and you sing a song. So I said I was going to be a musician in class. And they told me to sing the song. I sang my Jack Kwashek song, Sing Down the Rain. So I didn't know when I was doing all those things I was actually going to want to be a musician. But that kind of like was the starting point, standing in front of my class, singing the song, Send Down the Rain. And my mom reminded me as well, like when I was 5, on my birthday, I went to church. I said the only thing I wanted to do was to sing in church. For that, that's my Christmas present. They allowed me, so it's really been starting from there.
If you dey find me, I dey for London. I know.
Well, I grew up in Ijeraba in Lagos, and Ijeraba is a mini Nigeria. You got people from all over the Nigeria living there, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Ijo, and that kind of like gave me a good picture of how Africa or how Nigeria is really at, yeah. And there was a ethnic clash in that area in around 2003 during the MK Abiola election. So that kind of like changed my whole life. I saw different things. I saw people that used to live together kind of like go against each other, and lots of my friends lost their homes. Imagine going out and you come back and your whole house is burned down.
Wow.
And you can't even get a toothbrush or a spoon out.
Different ethnic background.
Yeah, Hausa and Yoruba were having a little clash in the area then, so it was really bad. So that I wrote a song back then called Riot in Hell.
You know that you kind of look outside sometimes.
People say that. I've been called different things.
I'm just looking at you right now.
I've been called different things. I understand a little bit of Hausa, but they're my people. I'm very close to people from the northern part of Nigeria.
Every day them trendy, every day them body, every day them party, like the way top and
Resilience, patience, and taking your time. People want music is a journey. Music is a journey. Sometimes people start early, they get what they want, but some people, it takes them a while more because they come in with something, some value and substance.
Inna the city, roadman dey the titty, fine girl pass sneaky. Every day them trendy, every day them bad.
Ooh, what's a nice one. I started music way back in Nigeria with some of my friends, Shaq the Afro Soul, Josie Wells, Topmost of the Spice Boys, Six Soul, and a lot of other people. Met Rugged Man, knew Big Low, knew all them. Mode 9 is my G, my brother, and Lexi Do. I was very young when I started. I used to hang with all these people. I used to learn from them, but I was doing most of it on my own. Around 2006, I did an EP way back then in Nigeria. I distributed it myself, mass produced it myself, was selling it on the streets, had bosses. So yeah, I had videos of Music Africa playing. I even my first ever song I did around way back was played on Channel O a lot of time. It was one of the first Nigerian videos played on Channel O actually.
Okay, really?
Yeah, man. It was
What's the name of the song?
Riot in Hell, the one I did about the ethnic clash in my area then. Okay. It was played in Channel O a lot.
So your song is the first...
One of the first songs, Nigerian songs played on Channel O.
Channel based in
South Africa. Yeah.
So your song is one of the
first Nigerian songs
ever
played on Channel O. Yeah, man.
Can you prove that?
I can prove that.
Okay. Wow.
I can prove that. There's a guy called Ayoshobo Ale who shot the video for me. He's a witness. And during that time, you know this girl, Neka?
Yes.
If you watch that Neka's video, right? There's a part of that video.
Which one in particular?
There's a part of that video where the artwork of my EP was pasted on the song They didn't know they were just covering it, but I was just watching. Oh, that's my EP on the tree. So there's a trail of all those things I've done. They used to play when I used to go to Tasty Fried Chicken in Nigeria. They used to just go there and eat and watch my own. People will come and watch you on channel. Oh, blah 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 blah.
So how did you distribute your music? Was it through Alaba or you just did everything by
I
yourself?
produced the CD myself, bought the sleeves, made the CV, made the poster.
CD mentioned at home.
No, I went to where they mass produce it. I went to Alaba to do my research.
Okay.
So when I told them they do the CD, I asked how much is the CD, how much. So I had the money then because I went to Alaba mass produce it, did the CD, then took the CDs to Alaba for them to distribute to me. And I made money, you know.
Like how much you talking about that time?
The guy, I made 1,000 CD. The guy in Alaba sold 500 copies for me and gave me cash. I sold about 200 myself. Alaba guy gave me around 50 grand then.
And how much did you use to produce this?
I spent 20 grand to mass produce it then. I spent about 20,000 and I did the sleeves. The Alaba gave me, he gave me money. Uba Pacific is his name. That's the name of the marketer then. Yeah, he gave me money, man.
Is he still there?
I'm not sure. I've not been to Nigeria in years.
Yes, okay.
So right about there was when I decided I was going to leave Nigeria to come and get some experience musically abroad, maybe study music and other things. But I didn't leave Nigeria. But I'm happy I did because
Were you around during the T phase or Nice?
Yeah, I played some few shows with Nice. I could have gotten a deal with this guy that used to manage Two Face there. What's his name? They used to have this place now music. They used to have this place in Maryland where they were giving me gigs, you know. They were getting to book me and all that because they liked me because I was doing everything by myself. They saw that I was really ready to spend my money. I was putting my money on my CDs. I was making my videos myself. I was doing all that night. But because I left Nigeria, I came to UK. I came for 2 weeks. I wanted the experience of living abroad. I've always wanted that. And at that time before I came, I used to see a lot of people like Magnum, JJC, and all that doing.
Why?
I went to their house when I came. I met them. I went to JJC's house. That's how I met Magnum. I went to Magnum's house to meet them, ask them questions.
So you find everybody?
Yeah, I did. I was moving around. I met DJ Abbas too. I met one guy called. I went to Ben TV then with DJ. There was a guy called Mr. Larry. I forgot his name. I used to be on Ben TV. I was going around. But when I got to London, everything changed after a few years when I joined the band.
Okay, your thoughts is...
I became a new person. Now when I was keeping my eye on what was happening in the scene and all that. And the JJC told me some few things that changed afterwards. He thought, then when I spoke to JJC, the music industry, like Afrobeat, wasn't big here in the UK. And he thought it wouldn't be big.
Him or you?
He said so to me that he doesn't see Afrobeat getting, for Nigerian artists to come to the UK to blow, it's almost impossible. But I didn't believe him because I was just coming fresh from Nigeria and I saw the amount of talent. And I'd always told my friends that Nigerians that have ever traveled abroad, that have got kids abroad, those kids are going to grow up and are going to love the music. And all my predictions, I used to tell my friends back then that when they play Nigerian music, they say, I don't play Nigerian music out here. I said, there'll be a time that every party you go, not only in Nigeria, but all over the world, they'll be playing Nigerian music. And everything happened. So for me, I'm glad.
So what was the advice that JC gave you to change the sound, or he just...
No, it was a very nice man. He brought me into his place, showed me his studio, we spoke. He thought Afrobeats wouldn't get to the stage that it would get to. But it was all right, but he was saying it like it was almost like you need to go back to Nigeria to do certain things to get done. But I didn't agree with that. In a way, you have to, but you don't have to, because most of the places where the talents are being showcased on the highest levels are here in abroad. Davido had a show yesterday in O2, Burna Boy had a show in Stadium, so the showcasing platform is here in the UK. The talents and the fans might be more in Nigeria because they understand the language better and they know the history of the music better. And the numbers are there back home. But really and truly, I really believe you can blow up anywhere in the world. You just have to be consistent. It might take you a long time, but don't do it because you want to blow up. Do it for music's sake.
In the city, roadman did the titty, fine girl pass Nikki.
It took me a while because from time, I'm a writer, I love writing, and I noticed that people run from topics. They don't want to talk about certain things. I like to go to those kind of places that people don't want to talk about certain things.
Like politics?
Politics, social things. I want to talk about everything. Because this is my belief. If Afrobeats becomes the biggest genre of music in the world, and Nigeria as a country or Africa doesn't have the economy and social welfare to balance up, we've lost. So we need to start waking our people up to ask for changes so we can be on the same level with our music. People see Burna Boy, David and all these guys rocking different stages all around the world, but people back home have the luxury to see them perform on that kind of capacity. So we really need to build the institutions to put the music. And most importantly, there are a lot of legends of the game that have paved way for these guys that are reaping the benefit now. We need to celebrate them. We need like an Hall of Fame kind of stuff. We need an institution where people can be remembered. The day today could be a Two-Face Day. Today, tomorrow could be a Blackface Day. It could be a Remedies Day. It could be. We need to celebrate these people because they've done a great job. We need to let people know about them, what they've done in the music. I saw a lot of documentaries about Afrobeat, but
which one?
I've seen a few. I've seen a few about it, but I wasn't really happy with it because.
So which one did you see that you're not really?
I didn't watch it. I just saw the previews. Once I saw the preview, I can tell what is there, and I was feeling like this. They need to go to people that a lot of Ajasa, a lot of people. They need to speak to them.
You know, I heard they reach out to some of them and they refuse to honor the invitation.
This is why I feel it's like that because a lot of people might be bitter because of being left out, being not able to get gigs. So they need to be a kind of a more synergy
but
of.
But if you cannot get a gig, it's not to do with me. It's about the fans. You know.
Really and truly, I'll give you a little idea. You see, when you go to the radio stations in Nigeria, compared to here in London, right? You've got stations that play classic music. You've got stations that focus on rap music, that focus on hip hop. We've got so much genres of music back home that they can't fit into the Afrobeat space. So they need to give them a bit of, so they can feel carried along, because there's a lot of talent that's not been heard. There's so many talent. Someone like, I believe Jasmine Alofi can still drop a hit with Davido, but have you seen them work together? So there's a lot of things that can still be done in terms of matching the synergy together, and I hope it really happens.
So you're saying that Nigerian radio stations should have different type of genre of music?
Yeah, they shouldn't just focus on Afro. There should be a station that plays Fuji music. There should be a station that plays Juju music. There should be a station for play Alive, or put all those things together in one. There should be a station basically for hip hop music, or maybe just rap and R&B. But when you put Afrobeat and all these things together, some will overshadow the others, or maybe be in the ears of the listeners. Not that the listeners don't want to listen to those music, but they are not being played to them the way they want, or served to them in the right platform, on the right way. Right now I'm enjoying myself because there was a time in my life that I used to be under pressure. Like I used to get worried that, oh, is everybody going to know my music? Everybody's going to know my name. I used to get bothered about like, oh, but in the last few years...
No, like everybody's going to know your name.
My name, yeah, my sound, my music and all that. But over the last few years, I've come to kind of like see things very differently. Like I tell people, my friends, that if you want to buy a Mercedes-Benz, you know where they sell it. If you want to buy a Rolls-Royce, you know where to get a Rolls-Royce. So it's about value. I want my music to be valuable. I want my music to be around when I'm not around anymore. I want music that can help people in different situations. For me, it's about, if I'm the biggest superstar in the world today, and my country is not the top 10 country in the world, I'm not the biggest superstar in the world. That's how I say it. I want it to be reflective. So I don't want to enjoy alone. I want my mates to be there as well. I want my people to be able to come and travel, see me anywhere I'm playing in the world. I want to be able to go and perform in Osun State and I have a 20,000 capacity to come and see me there. It doesn't matter if it's Kano or Jigawa or anywhere, you know, like they can have that, they can pay for it. They're not going to feel like they're paying too much for it, for the value, yeah.
In the city, roadman did the titty, fine girl pass sneaky, every day they in trend.
My sound is a mixture of different things, to be honest. There's a lot of strong reggae and Afrobeat presence in my music. Yeah, people, I'll be honest with you, I've never ever labeled my sound as anything before. I just make music. But the most important thing for me is the message in the music. It's not the genre where it's being shelved or classified, but is there something in the music? It's not just, I don't just want to throw anything out there. I want to say it has a bit of value and content that, yeah. The closest person doing anything similar to what I do, that I move around the music. I could jump on an hip hop track. My music is mostly fusion.
Fusion, okay.
My music is mostly fusion music.
So you're following Burna Boy on that fusion level?
I would say it's one following me because I started before him.
For sure.
But if I'm given an opportunity to I've been speaking about him for a long time before a lot of people jumped on the track. I only heard him once and I said, no, that's my guy. I only heard him once, and then because his value, what I said about content, I want to listen to your music.
What was that song that you felt like, okay, this guy is going to be?
Jealousy.
Okay.
Jealousy no good, oh. Jealousy no good, oh. Dance away, something like that. The way he sang that song, but his music there's always value in his music. That's what I like, and there's so many of them. There's Wizard Chan as well. I like Wizard Chan. I like Wizard Chan. I like Wizard Chan so much. I like his song Moses. I like the other one. What's the other one called? I like his song as well, because we need those kind of songs, because Afrobeat is materialism and spiritual. We focus on not just one side of the music, but both sides of the music, because we're Africans, we're very spiritual people. You know, so that's one of the reasons why I always call myself EEGUN the Afropriest, because I see myself like,
EEGUN the Afropriest.
Yeah, I call myself the Afropriest, my supporting it, yeah.
Bambi, in the city, roadman did the titty, fine girl pass sneaky, every day they in trend.
Songwriting, I love writing, DJ Larry, man, I love writing.
You writing for other people?
Ooh, funny enough, I wrote for a Fuji artist one time, but he passed away.
What's his name?
Tekoye. There's a guy called Tekoye. I wrote for him in London. I can write any kind of music.
Tekoye is from Ipitome.
You know him?
You live in Oyinbo.
Yeah. I wrote for him here in London in Thamesmead. I've written for some guys. I've written for a lot of people, but not popular ones. But I can't wait.
What song did you write for Tekoye?
I wrote a Fuji song for him.
Does he have, like, is it part of his album or?
Yeah, part of an album. Yeah.
What album is that?
He didn't release. He died. But he passed away.
Was
Around 2012, 2013 in London here.
Okay. Is he died in London or died?
He died in Nigeria.
I remember because he's from.
Yeah. I wrote for that guy. I wrote with one of my friends called Wayne Snow. We're together in the studio. He's a big Nigerian artist in Germany. I was based in France as well.
So how do you write for Fuji artists?
I can write any kind of music, DJ Larry. I'm very once I hear a beat.
So what did you write for the villages? What kind of, do you have the Fuji voice as well? Or
I can write any kind of, I go into the vibe. No, that guy was a smart guy, was a very visionary guy. He had a vision that Fuji music was going to change, so he wanted some pop influence into it. That was why we met up to one of my friends called Eshin. So he wanted some pop influence in his Fuji music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why they brought me in. And prior to that, there's one of my cousins called Arabian Jerry. He's a musician in California and America. I used to write for his. We did some few things together when he was in Nigeria with his Fuji Juju band as well.
Okay.
So I can write any kind of music.
So do you have like a demo that you did with Tekoye that a demo, or you didn't just?
I just wrote. I wrote down and I sang the reference.
Oh.
That one I gave it to him. Like I wanted to hear my work out. Someone singing it to inspire me to write for other people.
Have you also reached out to other artists like that are known now? Like listen.
I wrote a song for Davido.
Okay.
I tried to pitch it to him, but through some of his friends I met on that I know that might have known him, but they couldn't get across to him. I wrote something about we rise by lifting others. I wrote the whole track, we rise by lifting others.
Okay, this new album, Timeless album.
No, I didn't get it. He has a slogan that it says before, yeah, that we rise by lifting. We rise by lifting others. So anytime I hear him say that, I get inspired. So I just said, I'm gonna write a song for this guy, and I did. Okay, we rise by lifting others. No gain to see your brother they suffer. Oh, we rise by lifting others. I forgot. No na 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 na. No everybody be mama baba olowo. When they see you down, they jisoro. Da 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 da. I forgot the name. It's all about the ego. All about the da 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 da. I still have the melody. I still have the lyrics. I actually produced the beat to it as well.
So who's that person that you reach out to then?
There's a guy called Arrow Welt. He's one of his friends. I seen them hang around in Atlanta.
What year are you saying?
It's 2-3 years ago. I've been trying I still have it. If I see him, I'll give it to him. If I see David, I'll give it to him. But I've not been to Nigeria in a long time, so I've not been able to.
How long, man?
I've not been to Nigeria in 16 years, bro.
Okay, wow.
So I've not been able to link with my base. I've got a lot of fans and music friends back home that I've not.
Were they all expecting that when are you coming home?
That I always hear that all the time, but I hope to take this EP back home because I've not been in a long time.
It's about time.
I want to do a show in Lagos. I can't wait.
Every day them trendy, every day them body, every day them party, like the way it up and pass it.
People always tell me, because imagine one of the first songs I ever released was titled Riot in Hell. It was a reggae song. I still have the video today. So people ask me, why did you write about? So for me, anytime I put my pen to paper, it's not just, oh, shake your body, shake this. I'm an observer. I write from the minute you get from the bus stop, when you buy your ticket, when you pay your driver, I sat on your seat, the music you're listening to, and as in details. That's why I like to write music.
London long baby, no time to slack, owo long pambi. Inna the city, roadman did it.
Different kind of people, different kind of people. I hope, but to be funny enough, I always have a lot of people from Brazil, other countries say, oh, I like your music, I like what you're doing, I like from Nigeria as well. But it depends, different kind of people, young people as well.
Oh, okay.
A lot of young people too, yeah.
So how easy for you to adopt a new sound whenever the sound changes? You know, sound changes now because one of your try imagination. Like
Yeah, my piano, you know. Yeah, for me, when there's a new vibe, I don't want to do it the way everyone is doing it. I want to do it my way, like find a story or something that I want to talk about at that moment. Like Abele Jayon, one of the songs on my EP as well was Abele Jayon. When I was writing Abele Jayon, I wanted it to be like a live band Afrobeat song here, but I understood the fact that you could still put it on. When I heard the tempo of the song, the beat. No, my friend, I stopped producing because I have so much producers around. Yeah, I want to focus on the sound and the lyrics. Like I let other people. It's good to always dedicate things to other people. It makes your work, perfect.
Wos, whoopee, London long baby. No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe bí. Wos, whoop.
I'll be honest with you, DJ Larry.
So,
Streaming, I ain't benefiting from streaming like that. Or for live shows, I could, but I've stopped performing like I used to.
so when are you going to jump on the road now?
I'm ready now. I'm ready now to get back on stage. The reason why I like to play live with a band, and if you have a band around, it's quite expensive to have a 10-piece. I used to have a 10-piece, 12-piece band, so I'm used to a big sound.
Okay.
So I've been able to learn now that you can streamline it to a small straw stand. Like you don't really need that big band. It's not in vogue anymore.
Maybe backing track and a drummer.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I could. If you're gonna pay me for a big band, fine. If you want me to just come on myself with a PA system and a DJ, I could do that as well.
Wos, whoopee, London long baby. No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe bí. Wos, whoop.
It's easier to put yourself out there now, but I think it's going back to how it used to be before, because a lot of artists are not making enough money from streaming. Streaming suits the record label more than the artist. And what I think is going to happen is this. People are going to, like my new music my new EP, I put it on Bandcamp, and I can tell you for a fact, I make more money my first day release on Bandcamp than I've ever made from streaming. On Bandcamp.
Project.
Yes. Yes, on Bandcamp, my first day release, money I've made, for me to get that money on Spotify, I need thousands of streams. And in Bandcamp, a couple of hours, I made that money.
100%.
Yes.
So how do the people that...
Because people can from Bandcamp, people can buy your album or whatever money they want to pay.
Oh, okay.
So I had people paying £10, £20, £50 for my new EP. For my friends. So for me, what I want to pass out to every artist out there is that there are different kind of musicians out there. All you need sometimes is 100 loyal fans. If you can monetize that 100 loyal fans, if each of them can spend £100 on you in a month or in a year, times that's 10 grand. A streaming platform, before they pay you 10 grand, you need millions of stream. So for me, I'm focusing on that little niche of like creating for my...
So they don't get any cut from the...
They do take, but it's not much. Like from the first guy that paid £10, I got paid £7.85.
That's a lot, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
On 5 tracks.
On 5 tracks, yeah. So I had, imagine 10, 20, 30 people buying at that price. I made more money my first day release on Bandcamp than I've ever made on any of those. And I release a lot of music from Spotify or any of those streaming platforms.
You don't get much.
Exactly. So what I'm going to advise...
So how do you reach out to your fans on Bandcamp?
For everybody that buys, I go there and say thank you. And what all the other songs...
I mean, when you drop it, do you have like followers on Bandcamp or...
It's just, I've never used Bandcamp before.
That's the first one.
I'll tell you what happened, right?
So,
I normally use a streaming platform called Amuse based in Sweden.
okay.
I'm one of the first Nigerians to start using that platform. I got a lot of Nigerians signed up to that platform because I had a girl that was working on that platform that I was speaking to. But funny enough, they messed up my delivery for my new latest release. They didn't release on my releases, so I had to call another platform that I've used, which I should have used before. If you're making music and you're Nigerian out there, use Nigerian platforms. Use people you can reach. You can send an email to, they'll reply you. You can pick up your phone, they can call you. People where you can have a face. It's more better than most of these aggregators that have got names, but you can't reach them. My music was not in the store. The days was meant to come out, and I was sending emails, and they didn't get back to me. So I had to take it down, upload it on another platform, and they're doing their job. And I put it on a Nigerian platform. So Tuna Freak. Tuna Freak. From now on, I made up my mind. I want to be using Nigerian platforms.
So Tuna Freak is really owned by a Nigerian?
It's owned by a Nigerian. Shout out Doctor, man. You looked after me.
EEGUN London, I did for London. EEGUN London, yeah. Whoopee.
I'm a dad. I've got 2 kids. I'm going to just throw this out. Sometimes when I had my son, yeah, when I was making this EP I just dropped, I'll record it because I record at home. Do you know how many times I deleted some of these songs because my son was crying? When I had my best take on some of the tracks, when the time I listen to it back, I can hear it bleeding and he's crying. I'm like, oh.
Do you keep them?
I had to delete and redo it all over again.
No, I know that. You just keep them somewhere and you redo it again.
No, I don't. I know when it's not good, it's not good. There's no point holding on to it. So I had to just close my computer, pack up my mobile studio.
That could be like behind the scene things. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Larry, you can't believe how many times I deleted some of the song because he was crying all the time. It was a newborn baby while I was doing all that. So I work. I always tell musicians, don't be ashamed of getting a job.
Say that again, man.
Don't be afraid of getting a job. You need that job to push your career. I work, I do different things. I'm into marketing, and especially if you're a musician going into sales, it helps you how to pitch, and it teaches you how to talk about yourself. If you want to be an actor, an actress, a musician, go into sales. It teach you how to teach, you how to sell. Selling is the most important job in the world. Apple has salespeople, Microsoft has salespeople, Bentley has salespeople, Rolls-Royce has salespeople. When you know how to sell, you can sell yourself. I can sell water to a man with a well in his house.
And even though they brought the contract to you, you know.
I know, yeah, I'll read it.
100%, but
yeah,
no idea.
You need to know how to sell. That's the only. The modern day musician is a salesman. Music was used to sell product at the beginning of it, so you need to know how to sell.
EEGUN London, I did for London. EEGUN London, yeah. Whoopee.
I have a problem with that because we're living in a manipulative stage. There's fake news out there, and that goes out. So if there are fake views, there's fake streams and fake evidence. So if things are based on value, when it comes to commercial music, I understand everyone wants to make money, and you look at numbers for the matrix and everything. But there are some artists that they are not about numbers; they are about value. If you focus too much on numbers, you're going to lose those artists that are about value. So there needs to be a balance. I know everybody wants to make a hit, or they want to find that next big artist, that next Wizkid, where's Chris Brown, but sometimes you need to dig deep to find the best diamond. You can't just find it on the surface. Yeah, so labels or whoever is listening out there, don't just focus on numbers, focus on value and efficiency. Look how the artist is very releasing music. Look at the kind of music they are releasing, and they can make more money than those people with numbers.
Talking about the record label, have you ever reached out to, or any record label reached out to you here in the UK?
Honestly, if I have my way, I don't want to work with a major. I want to work with business people, because these days, I believe the job of a label has been broken down. You've got people that do label services, people that do other kind of things. So I'd rather work with those people to look after my business. I don't want to. I believe a record label is a money lender. So when they lend you money and you can't pay back, now voila, and I don't want that. So I'd rather work with people that I don't mind us going gradually till we get bigger.
You more like United Masters? You heard of them?
That kind of people. I like what United Masters is doing. I like what Empire is doing. I like with YBNL. I like what those kind of other people are doing. When you put money down, you can grow.
I no lost, oh, I did for London. I did for London. EEGUN London.
Oh, values, man. If I believe in value a lot, people might look, why is this guy talking about value? Value is effective, and it passes away, it goes round. If I had value to you, DJ Larry, you had value to somebody else, and it goes round. So for me, it's all about value. I want you to, when you come into my space, when you go to some stores, you get back customer service. Yeah. You you give bad reviews. I want you, when you come into my space, you're impressed, you want to come back again. I want you to buy from me, like I'm selling myself to you, so I don't want to disappoint you. So that's my way of doing things.
I no lost, oh, I did for London. I did for London.
Of course, my music has a global appeal because I speak about different things, you know, and
you mix different genres together.
yeah, man, I could go anywhere you want me to go.
Okay, well, so Afrobeat now and then, what's the difference? Difference between Afrobeat and it's
The one with the S, I don't know without the S.
yeah, yeah.
Whoa,
Word, you know.
Those guys, man. The Afrobeats were more musical. They didn't have social media to change that, but the world has changed. I always tell my friends that if Fela Kuti was born in this generation of now, I don't think he's going to play live music because it's expensive to play.
Expensive, yeah.
And having that kind of big band, I don't think it's profitable. Traveling with those kind of number 22 to 30 people abroad. It was easier then because how much are they going to pay for hotel, accommodation, feeding, travel ticket? I don't really think that's...
We don't have mobile phone, we don't have...
Yeah, that was expensive, man. And all those guys were playing live. That was really, 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 really expensive. If I have my way, even though I want to play, another thing I want to bring back is vinyl. I want us to start because the quality on vinyl, and vinyl is a collective item. It preserves the music. It preserves the music for the future generation. And when you're playing on vinyl, there's quality of music. And again, there are a lot of great songs. I want to kind of like be able to have Wizkid, Burna Boy, myself, and other people on one vinyl, like a compilation. And listen to it. But so there's a lot of great music that we're not putting on those formats, and that's one thing I would like to.
I did for London, EEGUN London, yeah. Whoopee, London long baby.
I'm gonna drop this here, right? You see, all over the world, and times music doesn't stay in one place. Yeah. There was a time in America there was no drill music, but the vibration of the world changes every time. So the vibration of Afrobeat is still around, but it's moving into new areas like Amapiano and other. And if you listen closely, there's not much difference between house music, the real authentic Afrobeat of Fela Kuti, and Amapiano in terms of percussion and tempo. Yeah, percussion and tempo. When you hear an Amapiano song, you hear it. When you hear Fela Kuti music, you must hear the cha 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 cha.
Is that snare?
The shekere or the snare. Oh yeah, you can. You must hear it there. So there's a lot of percussion in house music. There's a lot of percussion. The difference between house music and Amapiano is not much. And I even think Amapiano is house music. It's revamped house music. And South African started from Kwaito to different things. And there's still a lot of...
Even in Kwaito, there's house music in Kwaito.
Yes, it's house music. House music and Afrobeat are... House music, Afrobeat and reggae.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
No time to play, Ishel on Shembi, Whoopee, London.
On this project, I do have a lot of expectation. But normally, when I release music, at the beginning when I was much younger, I used to have that anxiety. I used to have that, but nowadays, not anymore. I want the music. I believe in that organic push of music. I know you need to do your PR, you need to do your marketing, but sometimes you need to let music take its course. Some people release a song a year before and it's not until the next year when the song became a hit. And especially if you're signed is a different thing. If you're an independent artist, you need to maximize your resources very well. If you spend all your money because we want to make a song, a hit song, and it doesn't happen to be a hit song, you may not be able to go back to the studio and come up with new tracks. So sometimes let things breathe, just keep on moving. Whatever will be, what will happen, as long as you're not giving up.
No time to play, Ishel on Shembi, Whoopee, London.
This album is different. This EP is different. There's a lot of story, and because I've got the second part as well, the series 2, volume 2, as well. I've got a book that I really want to. On each of the songs there, I'm going to go into especially that track "Imagination" is really about Nigeria, and I'm trying to kind of show people. Imagine Nigeria in a different way. If you listen to the song, I said, imagine seeing maybe imagine my president of Nigeria. So I want to write more on that. Like, if I was the president of Nigeria, what will I do? So those kind of things are my idea, my plan will be in that book. If I was the president, that would be in the track "Imagination." On Abele Janyo as well, or even Ayami, talk about, right now I've noticed that all around the world, especially it's getting into Nigeria as well, there's this male and female battle people are trying to bring into every discussion.
Yeah.
It's,
Especially in America.
yeah, it's a global thing. It's marketing. I always tell people, they're going to market to that side, they're going to market to this side. I even tell my friends in a very funny way, we're able to shake condom, no shake dildo. You know, this is also marketing. They're going to market to every sector that you're angry against women, they'll find something to sell to you. You're angry against men, they'll find something to sell to you. It's all marketing. So we need to, the family is the most important union in the world for Africa. And the family has got us through slavery, colonial days, and everything. That's why some people think we Africans are so entitled out there, because we've been leaning on each other for years. Now that everything has changed, we're living in a very capitalistic society and everything is individualistic. We need to, some people still think it's the olden days, but they know. If you're a Nigerian out there watching this interview, please go and read Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. It will explain to you what's really happening to our mindset. A lot of people still think all these people like used to have kings, Kabiyesi, but they don't have any, they're not relevant in today's society. You need to know why they're not relevant. You need to know the kind of powers they had and how they lost it and what's happening. So please grab yourself. Don't say because I've seen it on TV when I was young. No, grab the book and read it. It will tell you what is happening to the African mind in the 21st century and beyond. Take it from the Afropriest EEGUN.
No time to slack, owo long pambi. In the city, roadman did.
I'm a little bit sensitive, watching everything that is happening, but I'm that kind of musician that I never get worried about tomorrow.
Wow, you live for that.
I don't know why, because this is today, you don't have tomorrow. Tomorrow is no promise. The only thing you have is today, and the past is gone.
Word.
The past is gone. I live for today. I do everything I can do, and I live the rest of God. What will be, will be. A lot of people worry about their music so much that, oh, am I going to blow? Are people going to like it? What you should worry about is the message getting to the right people. That's what I focus on. I focus on the message, even if it's just one person or two or three. Alhamdulillah, I'm happy, I give thanks.
Fine girl pass sneaky. Every day them trendy, every day them body, every day them party. Like the way top and pass it. Whoosh.
It's good for them because sometimes my worry for them is just that they shouldn't live in that bubble for too long, because sometimes it's good to see all the likes and comments and everything, the people knowing you online, but if people cannot see you on the road and point to you, they don't know you.
Do live shows.
Don't do live shows. You need to get out there and perform to people, and you need to get out there. The best connection is live music, when people can see you and connect to you directly. Right. Nothing builds that. You can start from social media is better for promotion and pushing yourself and your product and service out there for people to see you, but don't get it twisted and think social media is the real. The minute you switch that computer or phone off, you're gone.
Or you got deleted.
Yeah, your account gets deleted. What you gonna do, man? Don't just believe in real life connection. You need to be out there. If you're a person of like, you have about 5 million followers there and there, and now you have about 2,000, 1,000 followers, but I can guarantee you if they put on the same stage, you might not be able to do what I'm gonna do.
Sure.
So sometimes don't focus on the music, the numbers, people will come after you. They will come.
No time to slack, owo long pambi. In the city, roadman did the titty. Fine girl pass sneaky.
I've seen them. I like Nas Boy's energy and music. I see what he's doing. The few of them, it's allowed. It's been happening. This guy did it in the past. Eddie Murphy did it. Greatest Storyteller did it. You have a lot of people that I always say music is a prostitute's house, because anybody can come in there and go out because you can pay. But it's depending like what do you want from it. So if you're Nigeria, everything about Nigeria is about money and survival. Some people are doing it for survival. Some people are doing it because they can and they have the ability to do it. But for me, is do it for whatever reason you want to do it, but think about your environment and people. It's very, very important. What you're doing it for, if you get popular, you make money. Are you going to be there tomorrow? No, you'll quit and you're going to go.
No time to slack, owo long pambi. In the city, roadman did the titty. Fine girl.
I heard it, in a way, I agree and I don't agree with him. I don't agree with, not that Afrobeat doesn't have substance. It does, but they're not showing it to the people. The gatekeepers and the influencers and the promoters are not showing it to the right people. I said I was going to stop making songs about political situations in Nigeria, because when you do, people don't really share it, or people don't, because it's the truth and it's hard for people to swallow. So they don't want to like, and again, the government, one of my favorite people online is Seun Kuti, because of what he says.
That man over there, right?
Yeah, that man is my G. He's the only person that promotes my music like no other person does in Nigeria.
How do you become friends with Sheryl?
Online, our views match, and we have similar friends as well.
You come to his live?
I've been to about 2, and I like to be around his show, and it's live on Instagram. I come there all the time. I'm always there watching it or watch it afterwards. But I like to be at his shows as well. I like his band energy.
We met there before.
Yeah. He has it's got a tight band, man.
No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe bí, wos, wobi, London long baby. No time to.
The industry doesn't hold anybody, man. People hold. That's what I'm saying. We hold the industry. We need to build a proper industry where people can get paid for performing their own music in terms of their copyright, where people can get, when someone samples your music, you can get credited for that and get money, make money out of it as well. We owe anyone that has made money from the Afrobeat industry or Nigerian music, we need to do much more.
For the industry.
Yes, we need to make sure that people can collect their copyrights for the radio stations start paying royalty, TV stations. We need to help them build those platforms to pay us so our kids can get our pension, you know what I mean? We need to do it. Even the police station in Nigeria should be paying for playing Nigerian music. All the Fuji artists and Juju artists but perform people's music should be paying for performing those music. All they need to do is I perform this guy's song, I perform this guy's song. There are different softwares that there's a play. Once you play in a party, like I'll give you an example. If you're a PRS member here in the UK, right, and you play in a venue, the venue has a PRS license they're paying for, right? So when I perform my own original music at that venue, this DJ, wherever they will, I will go to my PRS and say I performed here, so and so.
What about the DJ playing the song too?
They need to give a playlist as well to the PRS that they perform so and so song, and that's why everything aligns. Do you know the amount of places they play Nigerian music in the UK that I'm sure PRS is paying for? So if I don't go to PRS and said my music was played, yeah, so and so, PRS, they can even backdate your payment. So you need to go and write that I played here so you can get paid for it.
No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe bí, wos, wobi, London long baby. No time to.
Yeah, there's a lot to be done because the UK is a different kind of place because people work a lot here. This is a working society, and there's a lot of times that people want to come and see your gig but they're too tired when they've been at work. And so a lot need to be do more. People here in the UK like to see the artists from Nigeria. They do not like to really see the artists based here in the UK. So what I think the artists in the UK needs to do more is take over the parties. Do not leave the parties for the Juju and the Fuji artist alone. If you call me to a wedding, I promise you I'll kill it. You'll call me back the next time. If you come into a birthday party, I'll smash it.
Have you done them? Have you been trying to do them?
With my band, Bronze, I used to do a lot of weddings. I played at some embassies as well. But most of them were like people of different background. I could do that. I could play a wedding. So when we do that, the music, our presence start getting. That's the first thing we need to, because there's a lot of artists here in the UK that don't really get our presence because they don't really understand. It's not until Davido is coming to do a show, then you're not starting Davido should put you on. That's wrong. You can do a show, and if you can afford Davido to put it on, put him on.
And you thought on the promoters, so have you ever reached out? Anybody promoters reach out to you? Have you had any?
The promoters, I've not reached out to. I know Smade. I've never met him one-on-one. But promoters. I'm in an agency once with some other my band, so I'm used to more like having an agent booking me for gigs, take the percentage. I like that. So we need more agents as well. We need more agents that can have all the artists like on a roll, and when their gigs are coming, you say, EEGUN, can you play this gig? This is the amount. If EEGUN cannot do it.
You have one at the moment?
I'm not having, but I'm saying now, I'm putting out that somebody needs to create an Afrobeat agency, man. There's so many people, there's so many festivals that happen here in the UK. When you're bringing an artist from Nigeria, you're spending more money. Think about that. You're going to pay them more money for flight tickets, hotel, and accommodation. But the guy here in the UK, as long as he can do the job.
No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe bí, wos, wobi, London long baby. No time to slack, owó long pambi. In the city, roadman did the titty, fine girl pass sneaky, every day.
Let me see, what did I miss that I didn't take the opportunity? Like I should. Yeah. I'm not a content creator. I'm a musician. For me, sometimes creating content too much has some feelings for me. Like,
But a lot of artists are becoming creative content creators.
I see them do it.
Post their music.
Yeah.
Is it right?
For people like this guy that I like so much, like Portable, it works for him. I like it. His timing and the way when he came out, it favors what he does. He put his music out there, talk about it. He's always in people's faces. It works for his marketing and publicity. I like it. But for me, I'm a storyteller. I'm more of a like conceptualized guy. So for me to be too much in front of people, it doesn't work for me. Sometimes I see myself as a very serious. I'm fun. I'm fun. I like to party. I play a lot, but I don't go to parties, DJ Larry. You know why? Because I don't like sitting down and just drinking and eating. It doesn't make sense to me.
So what, you can stand up and say...
No, I want to be where we're doing something more. I'm learning from. Okay. I'm engaging. We're learning from. My time is very important to me. So I just don't want to sit down, drink, eat, and people looking at other people's drink. No, I don't enjoy that. Okay. I'd rather be in a bar watching music. Maybe I'm learning from the bass player what he's doing or something. I like to learn.
Every day them trendy, every day them body, every day them party, like the way top and pass it.
I saw that vision. I knew it.
When did you see that vision?
Back home in Nigeria, many years ago. I told my friends because I had cousins and my mom and my parents lived abroad for so many years, and I knew Nigerian kids had kids abroad. That was one of them was Davido. I knew Nigerian. One of them was Skepta. Okay. You know, I knew Nigerians had kids all around the world their parents are still have that cultural influence that will impact the kids. All they needed to see was the spark of the music back home, and they will borrow it. And yeah, they're pushing it. They're pushing it big time. Shout out to Skept. I love him so much.
You just dropped an album or a project called Tribal Max.
I saw it. I've been listening to Jan Grover. I love him, man.
Yeah.
I love his verse and Idris' verse and Odumodu Black as well. Yeah.
Who's Wobi London long baby? If you dey find me.
I always call myself a frog, you know. Frogs don't reverse. Frogs don't jump back. They jump forward. You would never see a frog jump backwards. Never. A lot of things have happened to my life. I shouldn't be making music anymore. I shouldn't be singing anymore. You know, I shouldn't be doing a lot of things anymore, but that's me. I might hit me hard 1 or 2 times or 3, but I keep moving.
So why is he doing music?
Because that's me. That's the only thing I know. Because for me, when I say this, some people find it very strange that I don't care if I'm not the biggest artist in the world. Or
you just want to be
I just want my music out there because I know for a certain that my music don't die.
Never die. Man.
Yeah, my music don't die. I'm one of those people that 20 years, 25 years from now, you will still be playing my songs.
No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe bí, Wobi, London long baby. No time to slack, owó ló ń pa bí. Inna the city, roadman did the titty, fine girl pass sneaky.
Yeah, Nigerian police kidnap a lot.
In the country.
Yeah, the police, the military people. What I'm going to say is this here, DJ Larry, Nigeria is living a lie. Nigeria as a country, as a people, we are living a lie, and I beg us to really sit down and really think about the future generation and what we need to do.
Lie?
The whole country itself is a lie. When people say one Nigeria, it's with a side lip. It's not from their heart. And they don't really understand. If Nigeria in Africa is like the most beautiful lady in the world. Big, nice chest, nice back, but everybody can get her for £1. You know, we are like that, we have everything, and a lot of people are looking up to us, and we've got nations within nations, and we've not been able to annex everything together to become one nation, and some people are benefiting out of our downfall. And they are up on it, and the people in Nigeria, we didn't get the right education. We didn't get the education because Western education is good, but it's not the best for Africans. We need African education. As an African, you need to know who you are. A lot of Nigerians don't know who they are.
So we don't have identity.
We don't have an identity. We have an identity crisis.
That's also our problem.
That's our main problem. We have identity crisis. Because what's Nigeria? What's Nigeria? Somebody created it and gave it to us. Even if you, as a Yoruba man, I believe in Yoruba culture and tradition. I believe that if you be president of Nigeria, you don't need to swear on the Bible and Quran to be the president of Nigeria. We've got our own. Nigerians don't need to travel to Jerusalem and Saudi Arabia to go to Holy Land. Our land is the holiest land. We started this thing, man. Everything came from us.
So do you also believe in the togetherness of a tribe in Nigeria?
I do, because tribe is a concept, but I understand the worries of the tribes in Nigeria, because no one spoke to them to be part of Nigeria. Somebody just matched them together. So they've not been able to have their say. All Nigerians want is their say. Yeah, that this is what I want. Every tribe wants to say. That's all. The Nigerians are lovely people. And the reason why other countries in Africa see Nigerians as very competitive, like people like Ghana, well, they don't understand the competition within our own country. It's more than their whole competition in their own country. What we deal with within our own shores alone is mad.
And especially the music aspect of between Nigeria and Ghana.
I say Ghanaians should stop it, man. We're the same people. They need to understand that. They don't need to. What they need to do is, they look at Nigeria because of Grammy. Look at Nigerian nomination because Nigerian artists are doing certain things. You guys can do your own. It changes. There was one time it was Congo. Congo had their hands on the music industry in Nigeria. There was a time it was Ghana. Yeah. This guy was winning all the BET awards. What's his name? Mobile Awards then. What's his name? Fuse. You know, it changes. It's going to come back to you. But are you preparing for it? Don't look at what Nigeria is doing. Do your own thing. Create your own sound.
Push more
yeah. And whatever is happening in Nigeria is going to go around. It's going to go back to South Africa. It could go to Kenya tomorrow.
Gambia.
It could go to Gambia. Gambia has some of the sickest artists. J Hus is Gambian. This guy, I love him so as what's his name? Pasalu. Pasalu is Gambian as well.
No, I thought he's Senegalese.
No, he's Gambian. There's so many artists all around Africa that they're so talented that it shouldn't just be only Nigeria, man. There's everybody. The only reason why Nigeria is at the forefront now is because we cracked the code. We cracked the code. We Nigerians know how to sell.
Salesman.
Yeah.
Sell people.
Nigeria knows how to sell, man. They'll sell to you in the bar, sell to you on the road, sell to you in the church. Nigerians know how to sell. That's what Ghana needs to learn from us. And again, Ghana needs to raise their head up, man. Sometimes they do this too much.
Stand up tall, man.
Raise your head up, man. Doesn't matter if you fall today, you can rise tomorrow, man. Nigeria is winning today. That's not the end of the world. It's going to come back if you prepare yourself for it. Only those who, like just like in the I'm not a Christian, but like only those who prepare for the prince got to see the prince. They had extra kerosene for their lamp. Prep yourself and the world is yours.
So what are those artists in Ghana that you respect?
I love Shatta Wale, man. He's a beast, man. He's one of the best artists in the world. Everyone might find I'm saying something stupid. No, look at his productivity. He produces music like it's nothing. It's very similar to Portable. They have a lot of similarity. And all their songs about what happened to them. That's marketing and sales. I love Shatta Wale from Ghana. Who else? There was a guy that did a song one time that he said Burna did something with that called AI. I never heard of that guy anymore.
AI?
Yeah, that's his name. Or something, AI or something. He did a song that Bernard did a remix of it.
In here in UK?
In Ghana. That song, that guy was sick, but I didn't hear anything anymore from him. The Manifest is good, Sarkodie is good, King Promise. This 2023 was King Promise year.
2024.
He did a lot of, Terminator was good, and there was another song as well they did with Young John. King Promise. King Promise is good, I like King Promise.
So what about Nigeria? What are the people that you listen to? I'm not talking about the top ones, you know the top ones.
Yeah, that I'm listening to.
Yeah, that you think, oh, this cat is coming up heavy.
Mr. Chan.
Yeah,
his writing is from Rivers State, from Port Harcourt. His writing is really, 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 really dope. I love his writing. Who else am I feeling bad?
Does he have a mark in his face like that?
No, he has short dreads like this. He's got dreadlocks with a Chan. He did a song titled Hurt Song. That's a song. Hurt Song. It's really dope. Where else am I feeling from Nigeria? Boom, boom, boom. Let me look at hip hop. What I'm feeling.
Does hip hop exist in Nigeria?
It does, you know.
It's coming up again with Odumodu and the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying some. I like a lot of Odumodu tracks. Yeah, I love Odumodu Black. I love his voice. I love what he does. Who else am I feeling? Apart from Burna, I feel Burna Boy all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I feel Burna Boy all the time.
Maybe you can try and write some and you try your best. You never know.
Man, if that opportunity comes, people will be surprised that when the opportunity comes, that why does this guy and this guy like each other? Because he will feel the music is about feeling. If you can hear my song or someone play it will feel, it will connect. I'm 100% sure.
I no lost, oh, I did for London. I did for London. Eegun London, I dey for London. Eegun London, yeah. Wos, wobi, London long baby. No time to play, iṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe ń bí. Wos, wobi, London long baby. No time to slack, owó ló ń pa ń bí.
Yeah, The Greatest Storyteller Alive Volume 1 EP is a collection of stories of some things I see happening around me, some things, personal experiences, but it's just that I want to start making music not just for dance and party. I want to play music that about making like a war song sound like a love song that can be played in any environment, and I've got a lot of messages to pass to people. I want Africa to win. The world is a human, the whole world is a race. I don't want us to be on the bottom side. I want us to compete with the best of the best because we can.
Right. So how can people reach out to your social media and all that?
Check me out at EEGUN Official on Instagram, Facebook, at EEGUN on Facebook as well, on TikTok at EEGUN Official as well. And you can send me an email at deepoku83@gmail.com. I'll respond to that.
Great. Thank you, EEGUN, for coming.
Yeah, big up to Factory 78.
So.